Welcome back to AutoApp Car of the Year ACOTY Awards. So now this is an exciting one because we are deciding on the overall Best Sports Car Award. And of course, there are many sports cars that were released this year. Notable mentions like the Porsche 911, AMG SL55, M3 Touring, M2, GR86, McLaren Artura, we didn't get to test that, Audi R8, and many more.
Quite a formidable bunch, right? But you know, there can only be one
winner.
And we had to pick from the best of the round 1 winners. So the 3 winners that have won and are qualifying are the Porsche 911, which won Best Performance Car. Sports car would be the M2, and the performance hatchback and slash wagon is the M3 Touring.
Right.
So drum roll please, the winner is the Porsche 911
for best overall sports car.
And I mean, who would have guessed, right? Over 60 years of engineering, precision, and just nailing the best rear drive, rear engined sports car there is on the market. I mean, there are hardly any lah, to be honest, but
in fact, when I wrote base is not just base, I meant exactly that. The performance is vicious for a base model.
For a base model, yeah. And it's one of the cars that also exceeded 400 points, by the way. So that's also quite rare. A lot of the cars hit maybe high 300s, but the Porsche 911 Carrera base model had 406 points.
So in case there's someone out there who thinks, yeah, but of course if you get what you pay for, there were even more expensive cars.
The SL55 is an example.
Mercedes SL55 actually costs more than the 911.
The R8, rear drive one.
Oh, R8 as well.
Yes.
Okay. So there you go. There's some value proposition involved as well. But does it justify its price tag?
Definitely.
Definitely.
I mean, it goes towards what Porsche has refined over the decades. It's a winning formula, and it shows here in this 911 Carrera.
And just to reiterate, we did not test the GTS, the Turbo, GT3 RS. This is the box standard base model you can buy in the showroom today.
But I must say though that because we're not really like also covering in terms of video all our round 1 winners, personally having driven the BMW M2, which won in round 1, it's a really beautiful car, both visually as well as to drive. But I must say that I know the jury is out on looks, right? So the M2, yes, initially when you look at it, it's like, why is the front so boxy and then the rear so curvy and then all that, right? But and I had that same sentiments when I first saw it on screen or in the pictures. However, having photographed it, driven it, spent some time with it, it was a car that grew on me. As a designer myself, I would say that is true testament to good design. When something is maybe visually not as captivating initially, but actually grows on you, that is good design. Can't say the same for the 4 Series though. But the M2 is one of those cars.
And I have tried it on the track in Buriram, and the car just feels very balanced. There's a certain special element to a BMW car with a straight 6 out front and rear-wheel drive. And you can opt for a manual gearbox without additional fees, because the M3 and M4 now you need to pay an exorbitant fee just to get the manual gearbox, which exists in the CS. Hence, the M2 is still one of the thoroughbred sports cars you can get today. So that deserves some mention also.
Yeah, there's no hybridization in it. It's still purely mechanical. And if you really love driving, you really owe it to yourself to try to get a hold of the manual version.
But I must say also, in the lineup that we have over here, you know, if you really want that purpose-built sports car, where do you go from the M2? The natural progression up there is the Porsche 911 Carrera,
which can also be spec'd
with a manual gearbox.
That's right. Thank you, Porsche, for that.
For still keeping it alive. And if you want to see who else won in other categories, stay tuned, like and subscribe our channel, and so you won't miss another ACOTY video. See you on the next one.